Hi friends, in the previous video I explained about the functionalities of a compiler and its modus operandi in general terms. If you are interested to learn technically in more in depth, I have given a link in the description box, and by that video you can understand how an instruction is implemented by compiler. That is up to you. There is no obligation. Now I am introducing online GDP compiler. Why online GDP compiler? You must know. Actually, I introduce a web series to you. The web series are totally a new dimension and a innovative technology which I have introduced to the world of programming studies. In order to implement programs, you must have a smart compiler, perfect and smart compiler. And if you are already accustomed to conventional compiler, you may use it. Otherwise, if you want to know about online GDP compiler, you try this one. If you are totally new to the programming and all that, I request you use GDB online compiler only first. By that, you never be distracted. It will be very easy for you to type the program and execute it. That point you have to understand. They are totally optional. I just recommend you to use GDP compiler to get smarter facilities. Okay. Now, what are the advantages of GDP compiler? First, we know it is very user friendly. Actually, if you are using a conventional compiler, certain things you have to implement on your own. But if you use GDP compiler, you feel it is quite user friendly. When you compare both, you can understand how user friendliness is provided by the GDP online compiler. Second one is it is a big time saver comparatively with using a customary conventional compiler. If you use GDP compiler, you can save a lot of time. Thereafter, it is easy to use and organize programs. Actually, in web series, we are going to develop hundreds of programs. Hundreds of programs are there. You must organize them properly in folders, like books in our shelves or in library. Otherwise, you have to waste a lot of time in order to trace out a program. So here, creating programs as well as organizing programs in different files and directories is very easy. And thereafter, one more thing I told you. Now I am providing you web series for three prime languages, Python, Java, and C. And in future, I may provide web series for other prime languages also. When you have to work on multiple languages, then if you use the GDB online compiler, it is very convenient because it supports 20 plus languages. 20 plus languages, you must understand. Then in such case, what happens? Back and forth. If you want, suppose first you developed C program, you want to convert the CMC program into Python, Python program into Java, Java program into Python. Like that, back and forth, switching over one language program to other language program is the most convenient tool. That's why if you realize that GDP online compiler is good and smart, you can use that. This is my recommendation. Otherwise, if you are already accustomed to conventional compiler and if you are comfortable with that, you can go ahead. It's not an issue. Now, I explain the procedure of installing GDB online compiler and developing a program on that and executing it. They're very simple because if you are totally new at that, you may feel a little complicated, but one time if you implement and develop one program, all your diffidence or fear is driven out. Don't worry about that. Very simple. 4 or 5 steps are there. Carefully follow. Okay. First, we have to open GDB online compiler. For that purpose, on Google Chrome, you type this URL www.onlinegdb.com. When you type that GDB online compiler IDE is open. This is IDE. Why it is called IDE? Integrated Development Environment. Means in order to develop a simple program or big project, whatever you require, all are provided in one screen. That's why it is called Integrated Development Environment. Simply you understand, call it as IDE. Many times you use this word. Okay. Now, as soon as open, you can find one program. That program by default C program is shown by default. Whenever you open GDB Online Compiler, by default, one C default program is shown. This is the general picture. Then, in order to develop your programs and projects, you have to open your account. For opening your account, now a simple process is there. You see that on the left hand side, one menu is there, different options are there. Last option you see login. Login is there. You click on login button. Then one screen is open. Then a screen is open. It is like this. It is like this. Out of that, don't bother about remaining options. Just first let us know the simple way. Thereafter, if you want to explore anything, you do that. But initially, if you learn 2-3 options and all that, you are unnecessarily confused. That's why you can find Google Plus. Then you press on that. Then you click on that. Then it takes you to your Google account, Google email ID. Then you click on Google email ID. Then your account is open. Your account is open. What is the confirmation? How your account is open? Then if you find that in left side menu on the top, your name is displayed. That is the indication. Whenever your account is open, on the left side, top of all the options, you can find your name. That is the proof. So your account is open. Then you can develop programs in one or more programming languages on your own. This is the second step. Third step. Actually, here what I show, actually you can find that my name Ravindra K is displayed. Suppose if you open your account, your name is displayed. Okay. Thereafter, now you can find default C program. Now here you have to select a language. Select a language because now we are working on C language. Tomorrow you may work on Python or Java or any other language. So then in such case, first you have to select your language. Now for that purpose, you see that on right hand side, you click the button. Then drop down menu is open. In the drop down menu, the list of the programming languages which GDB supports all are displayed. All are displayed. Now we are going to work on C language. That's why you click on C only. C only. Then hereafter we can develop your C programs. That program is there. Now first what we do not know how to write a C program. Don't worry about that. First let us execute this program. Let us execute this default program. So for that purpose, what you have to do? First you have to save the program. Actually, for every program, a file is created that should be saved. For that purpose, on the top menu, you can find the save button. Save button. When you type the save button, then one dialog box is open. In that, what you have to do, what name you have to give, that you have to give. Actually, here simple demo here showing. That's why I am giving it as demo.c. Here one thing you remember. If you are developing C program, .c. If you are developing Java program, .java. If you are developing Python program, .py. Like that you give, it is an indication. So demo.c we have given name, and as a result of that, now you see that is displayed. The name demo.c is below your name in the left side menu. Below your name, the whatever program name you saved and all that is displayed. For one thing I am telling you, for everything don't blindly believe. Already you opened account, so your name is displayed. Already you saved this program. Then what happened? The program name, the program file name is displayed. In that way, initially first to focus on that. By that only you can understand a new environment. Okay. Thereafter your program is saved. Saved now, demo.c is saved. Then what you have to do? You have to execute your program. Execution, here it is called as run. Run and execution are one and same. You see on top menu, you can find run. You press that button. By pressing that run button, then there are no errors if there are no errors in our program, whatever results you are expecting, that is printed. Here one string is to be printed. That is the result. Hello world. That is printed. That is printed. So with that the process is over. So what are the steps in that? First you have to open GDB. Thereafter you have to create your account. Thereafter whatever default program is there, the default program, or otherwise if you create a new program also, that program should be saved with a name with a .c extension. Thereafter you have to run it. If the program does not contain any errors and all that in code, then it displays the result. Simple 4 steps and all that. Thereafter you may get a doubt. What is this doubt? Actually, how to create my program? Here I am talking about default program. Actually, for that purpose, what you have to do? Again, you come to left hand side menu. There you can find online new project, online new project, online new project button. If you press and all that, then you can create your new program. You can create in your program. You press on that. Press on that. Actually, then again a new window is open. In that again default C program only you can find. Default C program only you find. Then you want to create your program. Then what to do? You have two options. You modify this program as your program, or otherwise totally delete, erase this program and write your program. Write your program and your first program only. Immediately after that, you are going to write your first program. Then you clear whatever code is there, the default program, and type your program as it is without any mistake. Small, no big. Every mistake is a mistake. Mistake is there, your program is not compiled. That point you have to understand. Okay, for your first program, okay, now you give some prompt name, first.c. You give. Then, or otherwise, program 1.c. Like that one name you give, you save it. After saving and all that, you run the program, you can find the result. So, in order to create your new project, you have to press on online new project. Okay. Now, where your programs are saved, that is your doubt. Immediately after that, below that, what is there? My projects are there. One option is there, my projects. On my projects button, if you press and all that, it takes you. Now already whatever program you created, demo.c, you can find in the list. You can find in the list. Then in that way, you may create 100 programs or 1000 programs. All programs are listed there. And whatever program you require and all that, you click on that. You click on the file name, then automatically it is open. This is a simple procedure. So when I am explaining, you may feel it is bigger, but if you implement, it is a matter of 1 minute. 1 minute. Of course, being a new year, you may commit simple mistakes and all that. Once you explore that, such mistakes never be repeated. Thereafter, everything will be routine. You never think of compiler. Just like that, you will do that.